Hey everybody, this is Angry Otter coming to you from within a planet of mine. We're going to go ahead and hop back into our game that we had left off at turn 200. So, I believe if I recall correctly, the last thing I did was I was able to get the school up and running as I wanted, which... that's my small museum. Where did I put my school? It's got to be here somewhere, I hope. Research lab. Did I not get the school in? Oh. I could be wrong. Well, that's okay. I hope I should probably go through and check these just to make sure I don't... oh, press. This should be the workbench, foundry. Yep. You are the double mine that is currently churning out quite a bit of stone. So one thing I should mention that I failed to do so before, and I'm really sorry about that. So these... no, that didn't help any. So the numbers down here at the bottom, right? It's going to tell you that this little liquid thing is actually for both water and what, as far as I can tell, it's actually going to be also for oil. So oil is used to fuel the rocket ship, and the rocket ship is used to go find new lands and new planets to colonize, which on the whole contributes to, I believe, your overall score and everything else that you're working on. We're going to go ahead and hop in. There's the school. That's what it looks like, and I do not see it. So I'm going to go ahead and just build it now. There we go. Take my 2 chickens. Get that built up a lot faster if I can. So now that I've reached Ascension level 3, I'm going to try to make it to Ascension level 4, but it looks like soon I'll be able to choose new things. Reduce discovery costs by 20%. Build structures on the planet reveals 3 more darkened, which we almost have the entire planet revealed, and this one is going to increase the stellar map distance view, which means that for our Ascension levels we're going to gain a lot more visibility on these outer layers or the outer regions of the space here. I'm going to go ahead and just say that for the 300 turn game we're not going to worry too much about trying to colonize other planets, just because it's a limited number of turns. Granted, in the full game, which I do plan on buying between now and the end of this little series, we're going to get the chance then to... let's see here, increase ascension bonus at the end of planetary. So this is actually an unmanned building. I thought it would have been manned. Learn something new every day. I need to get, if I am able, some liquid. 286. Can I build a well on top? I can. I'm going to build a double well. I would just like to at least get a little bit of oil just for the sheer point that then kind of brings up your score toward the end of the game. Like I said, in the full version, once bought, I'm going to go through and try to play with all the different races for inhabitants just to see how the gameplay may differ, and I'm also going to toy with then things like the planetary exploration. I might try to bomb a couple neighbors to see how the war system works, and we're going to see how high up the tech tree we can get. A lot of this is going to be kind of a growing experience for all of us as we go through it. We'll see if there might be even more tiers of housing for all I know. Because I know that by having 3 tiles taken, eventually I'm going to run out of space. I don't necessarily want to do that. It just happens to be what it is. We're going to see what all unlocks as we get into the higher levels of this, because as I said, I've only played this through once. I had quite a bit of fun with it. I'm just still kind of learning the ropes a bit as far as how a lot of this works. So now, there we go. We're starting to gain oil from the well, and here if you actually click on it, you can see the history of the well. It shows that it's created, there we go, 22 water and 8 petrol so far. Since we're not really going to be consuming the petrol, that's alright. It doesn't really matter, but this produces wood, force influence fossil resource repartition like oil or coal in neighboring grounds. So by having this there, that means that maybe it will actually push more oil into the ground here next to it. That'd be kind of nice. We're about to reach Ascension 4. And soon after that, we should be able to reach, got quite a bit of paper, we should be able to then get our next research. So This one has stopped. I'm using books. I don't have any books to do, so that makes sense. So this one is producing paper, which I need. I need then my workbench to generate books from said paper. So now that I have a surplus of paper, I can put an inhabitant there, and I'm going to start generating books again. As we had covered before, I get a book every 9 seconds, and I'm creating 2 paper every 9 seconds. So every 18 seconds I can create a book, which then means every, call it 16 seconds, I believe, I can then create more research points from a book. Looks like we're starting to struggle a little bit with food. I can update the plantation to a farm. I am going to go ahead and just do that now. And as a result, I should be able to new inhabitant and put that inhabitant on the farm with the other inhabitant. Gained planetary score of 180 points. And now we are creating and generating 4 red berries in 3.9 seconds. And as we can see at the very top, we've actually not received the warning that we are consuming more. There's our ascension level showing that we actually have a 25% bonus, and we are getting very close. So let's see here. From here, I think the best bet is going to actually be hold off just a second until we can level up our ascension to 4 and get ourselves access to the level. Well, it looks like level 4 might actually unlock, so we might have something better to choose from the tier beyond. I'm not really sure. We'll find this out very shortly. Not very sure if I have to choose something from level 3 before I can choose a level 4, or if level 4 is just going to unlock magically whenever I unlock the ascension level. But we'll find that out together now, won't we? So far it's going pretty good. I am quite liking how this one's turning out. I was kind of nervous at the beginning of actually recording some of these in case I really messed up, but I guess that's all kind of part of it, right? It's a part of how you learn your strategy and how you want to tackle things. Oh, so close. 2 points. So let's see here. So we actually ended up having a crash, which is unfortunate because we kind of lost a little bit of progress. The good news is it rolled us back a few turns. We're only 12 turns beyond where we had started. The downside is that we lost some progress with what we were working on, but it looks like, all said and done, we only lost the time we needed to wait in order to get to where we were. So I'm going to go ahead, take the liberty of quick little turn, and there we go. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade to level 4, and this looks like we have improved foundry, improved press, improved small coal power plant. Oh, there we go. Energy. So energy is able to be used, and some buildings require energy, but they come at a cost. The cost is it's going to cause pollution. That's okay. Does this use disposable energy? Wood to paper, paper. So I'm wondering. There we go. And our level just kind of increased back out again. I would not like to talk to. Okay. No thanks. We'll return home. Now, level 4 is available, so it looks like we don't have to get anything from the previous level, but that's okay. Actually, it's really good. I didn't necessarily want to, but it's nice to have the option. Activate 2 supplementary trading options to help a faction. Nope. Increase max population on each planet by 40%. That's going to be hard to maintain. Reduce the discoveries by 20%. That's pretty good. I don't really care. I think we said about that. And I don't really need to see further away astronomically. So I'm going to go ahead and discover pure science to reduce my discovery costs by a bit. Now, with the new buildings in place, there's our small coal power plant. I'm not quite certain if I would like to do that yet. I know that there is, at some point in the game, or at least available to certain species, there is the ability for more sustainable, if you will, power options. I think what I'm gonna do instead, I have 2 regular houses. What's the capacity? That increases habitat by 10, this increases it only by 5, and this one does by 5 as well. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and take the liberty to upgrade this guy. And once done, I will take, this dude here to build that, and then I'll put him back over. Once that's done, I'm going to blow this one up to gain myself an extra area to build. Mines are all still about the same. This is a tough one. This one's making me think. So large museum unlocked, but I'm not necessarily going to be in need of that just yet. Research lab will be fine. I just don't really know. I believe that each building that uses electricity or energy only requires 1. So, in doing so, though, I don't want to produce too much. Oh man. I do not want to produce too much pollution. So what I would probably have to do is get a nursery built, which I believe I had unlocked here. Yep, there it is, plants nursery. Do I have one of those already? It does not appear so. Just double checking. So I'm going to put it on the less green one. Go ahead and build that. And I'll take one of the guys off of the well to build it. So once built, this 17 regeneration rate should increase. And I'm hoping that if I build the coal power plant, that will kind of offset it. Now we may eventually replace the coal power plant with something different. But for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and just assume that there's nothing going to be better available yet. So there we go. It increased it by 5, which means my regeneration rate planet-wide is going to be increased, which is good. Now that that guy's off, I can put him back. Where was he? Oh shoot, now I don't remember where I took him from. You know what? We'll put him on there. Okay, so the books are officially out of paper, or at least not enough paper, and we're back down to waiting on the paper to get produced. But let's go ahead and just for fun, oh, can't quite do it. I need 100 stone and 50 coal. And I do not have 100 stone, not even remotely close. Okay, so I can actually upgrade this one using wood to a 2-person mine. I'll create an inhabitant, put him on there, and we will hopefully bolster the amount of stone that we produce. There we go. So going forward now, the next plan of attack is going to be try to get some power going and see if I can't unlock some technology. Technology is, I can assume, fun. Again, haven't made it all that far into it, so we're going to hopefully come across some pretty cool stuff. Oh, he was on the... I need additional houses now. Well, shoot. That one really kind of bit me, didn't it? I wasn't expecting to have to do that. I don't necessarily need a whole lot of water and or oil, so I guess having one person in the double is fine. For now, if we have to, we'll go back. We can always make more housing if need be, or wait till we upgrade yet again. And worry about upgrading the actual housing itself that's already in place, that I don't have to worry about taking up another tile with another house. I think once we get to 175, I'm going to let it finish this revolution. Once we get to 175, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode. Really appreciate you guys coming in, having a sit with me. Really appreciate any feedback you want to leave, or if you have any questions about the game, about myself, or whatever else, leave them in the comments below. If you'd like to subscribe, click on the otter that's about to appear right in the middle of the planet. Otherwise, really appreciate you guys stopping by and having a look. Thanks, everybody.